Dude's trying to get away from me here. Look at this. Lionfish can move pretty quick when they have to. Let's toss them in the container and carry on. These invasive species here in Florida need to go, so we're out here hunting them. Look at all these beautiful grunts and snappers, porkfish. Just cruising on along the reef here looking for some lionfish. Now the clarity was pretty bad. We had a lot of wind. Missed him. I actually forgot to take my macro lens off. So it's a little blurry, but see what happens here, guys. Just got a lionfish, put him in the zookeeper, and then I look up, and look at it, it's our little bull shark buddy. Now, this bull shark kept coming around, and then I noticed, wow, it's not just one, there's 3 of them. The water was quite murky because we've had a ton of wind and big old swells and waves. I'm just following this little guy around. There he is. I put down I took off the macro lens, I should say. So he's just cruising around, seeing what I'm up to. And I'm going to go ahead and hit this lionfish. He just swam by, and I said, well, let's give it a shot. We should be okay. Boom. Now I barely get him, and he pulls off. I don't want to be fooling around with this right now because, as you can see, I'm kind of paranoid. I'm taking a look around. Let's see here. You know, you just want to know where they're at. I'm not scared that they're going to come at me, but you have to be prepared for anything. So the same lionfish, he had no fear. He was still just kind of confused at what just happened, and I was able to snag him again. You know, I don't really like shooting these guys, but boom, they've got to go. They've got to go so we can save all of the other little fish and also create a predator for these fish here in this part of the world where there is none. Human beings have had to step in and just be the predator that they lack. Look at this beautiful French angelfish. Let me come right up there and have a good look. Super pretty. Now, here is a close-up with the macro lens of how these lionfish protect themselves. Look at these spines and how they're aiming directly at the lens. Any way I turn, the spines turn with me. You can see this little guy protecting himself. As I turn, they go that way. As I turn that way, they go that way. They're just constantly moving and protecting themselves. And that is how they're able to avoid getting eaten by all these potential predators here. And look at how pretty. You see the little spines sticking up. Super cool on that hogfish. Now we got a couple of little spiny lobsters. And I'm at 114 feet, so I need to stop dinking around with these lobsters and get a little shallower. There we go. Boop. Got another one. And look what I found. Now this is a measuring tape that shows different sizes of fish and what you can take and the limits and all that stuff. But of course it blew out of somebody's boat, so go ahead and pick that up. Little moray eel and our little grouper friend. This is a red grouper and the elusive triggerfish. Now look at the size of this red grouper. This one was trying to hide behind a barrel sponge. It didn't work very good. Look at this guy's laying on the ground like a goofball. Bunch of weirdos. Now these triggers are coming back up. They give me the old side eye. Hey, you got any food? They're super pretty fish, but when there's tons of them around, I get worried I'm going to get poked. My band broke on my pole spear, so I went ahead and popped it off and threw it inside of the zookeeper. I could deal with that later. But right now, I need to get back to this, hunting the lionfish. That's why we always take 2 bands. Look at that guy, and look at this guy. Another goofball. This angelfish is a French, and it's laying on the ground. Most likely, it's being cleaned. And now we have this cool, classic Coke bottle. This is from Palm Beach County, and it is a super old one. It's when they used to make the smaller size. Now we have this little bull shark. You can see, people think this is so glamorous, going hunting lionfish and how cool it would be. But when you're in water like this, it's only about 10 or 15 foot visibility with very large bull sharks. It gets a little bit nerve-wracking. I like seeing sharks, but I prefer it on clearer days. But it's just the reality. When you go down there to the bottom of the ocean, you never know what you're going to find. Look at the color change. Watch this. Man, it went from absolute camouflage to white. Now this is a cool little spot where a piece of the reef 100 years ago probably broke off and it's laying down. It used to probably be a cool cave. And inside of that little crack, sometimes we can find a couple lionfish. Snag that one up. Let's get the other one. But dunk! Right in the old noggin. Great capture. He's not going nowhere. All right, we got to kill as many as we possibly can. Today, we didn't get too many, but we tried our darndest. Watch that. Ooh, underneath the cave is always tough to get them because they can flee. They can run away. Let's see if I got him. Oh, yeah. Push it in there a little deeper to make sure he doesn't pop off. I don't go through all that work so I can have him get off. There we go. Whew. Trying to fill that zookeeper up. Now little nurse shark's taking a little nap. It didn't even spook him. Didn't seem to care I was there, which is always nice. Couple more to murder. Boom. Now these guys are from the Indo-Pacific, so we have to kill them here because they have no right being around here. Somebody let them go out of their fish tank, and now we have a problem on our hands. We're containing the problem pretty well throughout the Caribbean. But if you look close here, this is something that people ask me all the time. You can see the blood trickling out of the head of this lionfish. You see that right where the spear goes in. It looks green, doesn't it? And the reason it looks green is because when you are in the ocean and you're deep in the water, the sunlight can't quite penetrate all the way down to the bottom. So the first colors you lose are the warm colors. Thank you guys so much for helping us out and liking and sharing and commenting. If you want to do a donation, that would be amazing. You can do that in our link tree in our bio. Thanks a lot, guys.